everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. I am so happy to have you here. I have so much to explain to you, and I'm going to try to condense it into just a short video, if I can ever do that. You know, that whole I'm Cuban and I talk lots. All right, let me start off with my little Peabody. For those of you that have been with me for a while, you know I have a little Yorkie. She is 11 years old and she weighs 3 pounds. Her name is Peabody, and I named her Peabody because I love J.D. Robb's books, and one of the characters, the name is Detective Peabody. That's her last name. So I named Peabody after that character. Anyway, I thought she had an infection in her eye. I took her to the vet. The vet gave me some medication to put in it. And when I took her back for the follow-up, the vet said they were not equipped for the ulcer that she has in her eye. I had to go to K-State, which is about an hour and a half away from me. And at K-State, they have a specialist vet unit there for small animals, and also specialists for anything that has to do with ophthalmology in small animals. So that's where I took her. Peabody is my fur baby. I've had her since she was 6 weeks old, and my heart just breaks seeing her this way. When I took her to the specialist, she has an ulcer that is taking over about 90% of her eye, so to speak. And they've given me quite a few medications. Right now I've got 5 medications that I'm giving her, 2 oral and 3 drops, and the drops have to be administered 12 times a day. So every hour on some occasions, or every 2 hours, I have to be adding these drops to her eyes. As you probably can guess, I've been pretty busy with that. I'm hoping that she gets better. My alternative is to take her into surgery. The problem with the surgery is that there is a possibility of her losing her vision in that eye. She is not comfortable. She is not a happy camper, and it's got to bother her having those drops every hour put in her eye. And then I have to wait like 5 to 10 minutes between each of those drops. So it takes a little bit of time. I don't care about the time. I just want her to get better. I have my 3rd follow-up on Wednesday, and I'm going to take her in, and I'm just going to say, you know, if she is in pain, if she is uncomfortable, if this is not getting any better, in my opinion, it's better to take the risk of the surgery. And if she loses the sight in that eye, I think that she will make the accommodations, and she'll be happy. I feel that she is just miserable right now, and I can't see it being any worse with having the loss of the eyesight in the one eye. I will discuss this with the vet, but I wanted to let you know. One of the main reasons why, well, I want to let you know so you know what's going on in my life. I also wanted to let you know this because I have been so sporadic responding to the comments, and it's been time consuming, and it's been heartbreaking. That's one of the reasons why I have been late, is because I have been just basically, I would answer a comment or two, and then it was time to give her medications. I'm also working with Wig Studio One. For those many of you know, I wear wigs because I love wigs. It's an accessory to me. I love them. I hate having a bad hair day. And throughout the last year that I've been wearing wigs, I have really loved them. I also love supporting women-owned companies, and Wig Studio One is owned by Andrea. She started that company all by herself, and now it has grown, but it's owned by Andrea, and it's all the ladies that work for her, whether at the office or Taz working for the videos. My job is I'm a media admin, so I basically overlook the Facebook page, the Wig and Topper support group for Wig Studio One. I love it. I love having a job where I feel as if I'm helping someone, as if I can give a little bit of comfort, a little bit of guidance, anything like that. That's my nature. That's what I do. When Andrea approached me about the job, I have been a guest reviewer for Wig Studio One, as many of you know. When she approached me, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon excited. I worked as a teacher for 30 years. It's very difficult for me to not do other things. And this gives me a little bit of extra money for makeup and wigs. It's a win-win situation as far as I'm concerned. That is also taking up some of my time. Until Peabody gets better and I get a good handle on the Facebook page, I am just going to upload on Saturdays at 8 p.m. I'm not going to be uploading twice a week unless I really find that all of my comments are caught up from Saturday, and then I'll be able to do an upload on Wednesday. And if I have something that may be of interest to you, I will certainly upload on a Wednesday. But I want you to know that for the most part, I'm going to be on here just on Saturdays until all of this gets resolved. We've also had an incredible amount of rain. I mean, it has rained basically non-stop since we've arrived in Kansas. The roofer sent out a drone to take a look at measurements of the roof, but they haven't been able to come on here because of all of the rain. I mean, I think we had like 9-10 inches one of the days. It was flooded. We thought that the pond was going to flood over. It was really bad. Anyway, no rain today, just windy. It's also been in the 40 degrees. There was one day that it was like in the high 30s. A couple of days, I would say. It was in the high 30s. I'm waiting for the sunshine. I want to have sunshine because I want to show you where I want to plant some a garden. I want to show you around the house, and it has just been a little overwhelming. We were able to get our patio furniture out, and that was nice, and the grill is out there, so maybe that means that I don't have to do as much cooking as I have, because good lordy, I have been cooking every single day since March, since this whole thing started. It'll get better. Deep breath. It will get better. The other thing that I wanted to mention, so many of you asked me about the Red Aspen Nails. When I first talked about it, I think it was like 2 or 3 videos ago, I spoke about these. These are the nails that Kristen321 is representing. And if you watch that video, I said in that video that the claims were that they can be soaked off with warm water, and my question, and the question that many of you had, was, well, then how do they not come off when you're doing dishes or taking a shower? And that was a really good question. I was really interested in that. I wanted to see also if the claims held true that they lasted for 20 days without coming off, and if they are reusable. Well, ladies, I am going to tell you, I am really impressed. I kept them on. I kept the Red Aspen Nails on for about 16 days. I did talk to Kristen, and I asked her how exactly she took them off and what she did to make them reusable. Kristen told me to soak them in warm water with Dawn. To soak them for about 10 minutes. I actually soaked them for about 15 minutes, but I used the long ones. Sure enough, I took an orange wood stick. When the nail started to lift, I just applied just a little bit of pressure and the nail came off. The reason I think that the nails do not come off or lift or anything, I had no fungus, I had nothing. There was no lifting anywhere. I could have left those nails on for an extra week. I think the reason is because when you take a shower, yes, you're getting your nails wet, but you are not soaking them. I took a little pan, like where I put my hair dye in, I took one of those, and I just put some warm water with Dawn, and I soaked them. Sure enough, 15 minutes later, they were coming off. These nails do not budge. My next thing was, can I reuse them? So when I took them off, I did as Kristen said, and I scraped off some of the glue that was on the nail. Came off right away, no problem. Then the next thing was, okay, now are they going to stick back on? Well, sure enough, I put on that glue. That glue is amazing. Put on the glue, reapplied the nail. I have some other ones, but I wanted to see if I could really get these back on so I could tell you about it. Put them back on, fine. The only downside that I found was that when I first applied these, I took a nail polish and applied the nail polish on them. I wasn't able to take the nail polish off with non-acetone nail polish, and I didn't have any acetone. That may be a downside for many of you. So what I did, because the nails that I purchased are gray, and the polish that I had on, if you remember from that video, it was gray as well. Well, I had this nail polish and I polished right over it. Not a problem. So I have had these on for, I want to say, about 4 days. And I think they look really, really good. I don't see any problem. This is, so I wore them for about, I want to say about 16 days. Took them off. Took the same ones, put them back on, and reapplied some polish. Therefore, the claims are true. They can be soaked off with water and Dawn. They are reusable. I just don't know about if the acetone is going to affect them. That's what I don't know. And honestly, I forgot to ask Kristen about it. But I will get in touch with her and I will ask her about the acetone. But I think that's great. I mean, even if now I'll see how long they last on the second round. If they last another 14 days, I think they're totally well worth it. I mean, yeah, these are the long ones, so they're a little bit more expensive. These were $17. But if I get almost 2 months worth of wear out of them, because if I could reapply them once, that means I could reapply them a third time. I think it was a really good deal. I love when a company has a product and their claims are true. I will leave the link to Kristen's page where she has her page on Red Aspen in case you want to go. I get nothing for this. I paid for my nails. I purchased them myself because I wanted to see how they worked. And I'm happy, once again, to promote a woman-run business. You know that I support women-run business, my earrings, my wigs, my nails. Yeah, anytime that I could do that, especially when it's an indie company, I will certainly do that, or just because a woman is doing it. Oh, and of course, my bracelets that my daughter makes, of course. All right, those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you. I know I'm way behind on the last video. I think I'm like 5 days behind on responding to comments, maybe even 6. Please know that I am not ignoring you. I will get to all of those comments. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate your support and you always being here. Your never-ending understanding. Thank you. It means so much to me, especially when I go through difficult situations as I am going now. And another thing that I have going on, and then I have the other channel, the wig channel. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing though, with that channel, a wig video only takes me about 10 minutes to record, and it only takes me about an hour or less to edit and upload. It uploads very quickly, while the videos on this channel take me a long time to not only to record isn't so bad, but to edit, it does take me a little bit longer because the videos are longer, and then the description boxes. That's why I need to, you might, if you follow me on both channels, you might see more. You'll see 2 videos a week on that channel, but it's to review a wig. It's just, okay, here are the facts. You know, the wig is either a synthetic or it's heat friendly or whatever the case may be. Or, you know, the cap may differ, but it's very straightforward, unlike here where we tend to gab a little bit more. that's the difference between the channels. Once again, thank you all so much for all of your support. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. We have a 3-day weekend, even though most of us, it's been weekends over and over for, what, 2 months? Hopefully we'll get out of this. All right, everyone, thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. Bye.